Before we begin this amazing African tale, please remember to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Your support helps us bring more powerful stories to life. Now, sit back, relax, and enjoy today's story. The woman who woke up with the strength of 10 men. In the peaceful village of Yukum, where the morning sun loved to rest on the rooftops before beginning its climb, lived a humble black African woman named Adanna, a quiet farmer, known more for her kindness than for her physical strength. She lived alone in a small mud house at the edge of the village, with only her memories and her little wooden flute for company. Adanna had no husband, no children, and no close family. Many villagers respected her gentle heart, though they sometimes whispered behind her back that she was too soft for this harsh world. But on one remarkable morning, an unforgettable morning, everything changed. The sun had barely risen when the ground began to vibrate beneath Adanna's bed. The clay cups on her table rattled, and her small window shivered in its frame. She sat up immediately, gasping as her heart raced. "What is happening?" she whispered. And then she felt something else, a heat in her chest, warm like fire, moving through her arms, her legs, her entire body. Her breath grew heavy, her heartbeat thundered, and for a moment she thought she was dying. But then, silence. The ground stilled. The warmth settled. Adanna rose from her bed, and as she placed her hand on the wooden headboard to steady herself, something unbelievable happened. The wood cracked under her fingers. She stumbled back in shock. Her heart froze. She tried again, lightly, and the wood splintered as if touched by a hammer. "No, this cannot be," she whispered. She rushed outside, her body trembling. She looked at her small grinding stone, usually heavy enough that 2 adults would be needed to lift it. She grabbed it with one hand, and lifted it effortlessly. Felt as light as a leaf. Adanna dropped the stone, stepping backward until her back touched the wall. Her legs weakened, and she slid to the ground, holding her head. "What has happened to me?" she whispered. "What am I becoming?" But even in her fear, she didn't know that the entire village had felt the tremor. And soon, the world would know her name. By midday, Yukum village was buzzing like a disturbed beehive. People gathered near Adanna's compound, whispering about the morning tremor. Some claimed they saw strange lights in the sky. Others swore they heard a voice chanting from the forest. Adanna, still shaken, avoided everyone. She tried her best to act normal, but trouble found her sooner than expected. At the village well, she attempted to draw water, but when she pulled the rope, she accidentally snapped it, a thick rope woven by the strongest men. The villagers gasped. "How did that rope break? Adanna, what did you do?" I don't know," she stammered. Later at the marketplace, she tried to return a clay pot she had borrowed. The pot slipped from a woman's hands, but before anyone could react, Adanna reached out and caught it mid-air, moving so fast it left a wind trail. Everyone froze. Then the rumors began. "Adanna has been touched by spirits. No, she is cursed. She is dangerous. She is blessed." The village chief, Chief Madu, summoned her immediately. He was a wise old man who watched people the way an eagle studies the land below, seeing everything, missing nothing. Adanna knelt before him, trembling. "Adanna," he said gently, "tell me the truth. What happened this morning?" She wanted to lie, but something inside her refused. "I woke up, feeling strange. Strong. Too strong." Chief Madu leaned back, his eyes narrowing with curiosity. "Show me." Adanna hesitated, then placed her hand on the large ceremonial drum beside him, a drum carved from ancient Iroko wood. She tapped it lightly. The drum split cleanly down the middle. Chief Madu stood up slowly, his staff shaking. "This is a blessing or a burden," he whispered. "But no matter what it is, your life will never be the same." And he was right, because far beyond the village borders, someone or something had felt the awakening of her power. 2 nights later, a mysterious figure entered the outskirts of Yukum. Dressed in dark green robes with a necklace made of iron beads, he moved like a shadow, his footsteps silent, his face hidden beneath a hood. His name was Okonkwo the Seeker, a black African wanderer feared across many kingdoms. He hunted ancient forces and protected powerful secrets. Some said he was human, others said he was something more. And he had come for Adanna. He first visited Chief Madu, who welcomed him nervously. Okonkwo spoke in a deep, calm voice. I felt the earth shake. Someone awakened power that has been quiet for generations. Where is the woman? Chief Madu swallowed hard. You must promise not to harm her. Okonkwo's eyes glowed faintly. That depends on what she has become. He walked out before the chief could speak again. That same night, Adanna couldn't sleep. She felt a presence watching her from the trees. Her heart pounded as she stepped outside with a lantern. Show yourself, she said, her voice surprisingly steady. Okonkwo emerged slowly. You carry a force that once belonged to ancient protectors, he said. But such power can either save a land or destroy it. Adanna stepped back. I never asked for it. Power does not ask permission, he replied. He stretched out his hand. Come with me. Let me train you, or you will lose control. Adanna looked at his hand, fear twisting in her stomach. But then, from deep within the forest, a thunderous roar exploded through the night, shaking the trees, scattering birds, and sending waves of terror through the air. Okonkwo's eyes widened. They have found her. Who? Adanna cried. The same spirits who gave you strength, he said. They want it back. Lightning flashed, and a monstrous shadow moved between the trees. The creature that emerged from the forest was enormous, a spirit being with glowing red markings and horns curved like a ram's. It smelled of iron and earth, and its voice shook the night. Return what is ours. Adanna fell backward, her lantern shattering. The spirit stepped closer, its heavy footsteps cracking the ground beneath it. Okonkwo stood in front of her, raising his iron beads. You will not take her. The spirit growled. You cannot stop the old ones. Charged. Okonkwo countered with a strike of pure energy, but the spirit swatted him aside like a fly. He crashed into a tree and groaned in pain. Adanna was left alone. The creature grabbed a fallen tree trunk and hurled it at her, a deadly blow that would have crushed any normal person. But Adanna raised her hand and caught it with one arm. Her eyes widened. Her breath caught. She threw the trunk aside like it weighed nothing. The spirit roared. Adanna felt something rise inside her, courage she never knew she possessed. I don't know who I am anymore, she said, but I will not let you destroy my home. With a speed she had never used before, Adanna leaped toward the spirit and delivered a punch that sent a shockwave through the entire clearing. The spirit tumbled backward, its body breaking several trees. Okonkwo stared at her in awe. You are stronger than they expected, he said weakly. Stronger than any protector before you. But the spirit was not defeated. It rose again, angrier than ever. You are one. We are many. The forest behind it began to glow, dozens more spirits awakening. Okonkwo whispered urgently. Adanna, you must choose. Run, or stand and face them all. Adanna clenched her fists. I will fight. And with that, she stepped forward as the army of ancient spirits advanced. The ground trembled as the spirits emerged from the glowing forest. Tall, monstrous beings made of stone, fire, mist, and metal. Their voices formed a chaotic chorus that filled the night sky. The power is ours. Return it. You are not worthy. Adanna's heart pounded, but she refused to step back. The power inside her hummed like a living heartbeat, strengthening her every breath. Behind her, the village had awakened. Men, women, and children gathered at a distance, terrified yet unable to look away. Chief Madu whispered, May the spirits protect her. Fire, the battle begins. The first spirit, a massive stone giant, charged at Adanna. She dodged, jumped onto its arm, and delivered a blow that shattered its rocky shoulder. Crashed to the ground, shaking the earth. The second spirit, made of swirling smoke, wrapped around her, trying to choke her. She inhaled deeply and unleashed a powerful clap that scattered the smoke in all directions. Okonkwo struggled to stand. "Adanna, you are doing the impossible," he gasped. But the spirits were endless. 10 more surrounded her, circling like hungry wolves. A fiery spirit leaped, striking her with burning claws. She screamed but did not fall. Another spirit struck from behind, sending her crashing into a tree. Pain shot through her, but she forced herself up, trembling. "No more running," she whispered. "No more fear." Her eyes glowed. And suddenly, something changed. The earth answered her. The wind circled her. The ground beneath her feet pulsed like a living drum. Her strength grew. Her speed increased. Her presence intensified. She was becoming something more. Not just a woman with strength. Protector reborn. Fire, the final spirit. The other spirits stepped back as a colossal figure emerged. Taller than the trees, covered in iron armor with eyes like burning coal. The Iron King, ruler of the ancient spirits. He pointed his massive spear at her. "You hold power that belonged to the first protectors, the guardians of balance," he said. "Give it up or fall." Adanna shook her head. "This power may come from you, but it now belongs to me. And I choose to use it to protect my people." The Iron King roared and charged. His spear struck her arm. The pain was blinding, but she did not fall. Instead, she grabbed the spear's shaft and held it firmly, her muscles burning. "No more," she screamed. With a mighty pull, she snapped the spear in half, something no human or spirit had ever done. The Iron King stumbled. Adanna leaped, using every ounce of strength within her, and delivered a final strike to his chest. Light burst from the impact, illuminating the entire forest with a blinding glow. The spirits froze. They shattered into dust. Every single one. A soft wind blew, carrying their remnants away. The forest fell silent. Fire after the battle. Adanna collapsed to her knees, exhausted. Okonkwo rushed to her side. "You have done what no protector before you could," he said. "You mastered the power without letting it control you." The villagers slowly approached, fear melting into admiration. Chief Madu bowed deeply. "Adanna, you saved us all." Women ululated. Children cheered. Men raised their hands in respect. For the first time in her life, Adanna did not feel alone. She felt chosen. Fire a new dawn. In the weeks that followed, Yukum village changed forever. Where fear once lived, hope now thrived. And Adanna became something far greater than anyone expected. A guardian of strength, a symbol of courage, a protector of the weak. People traveled from faraway lands to see the woman who stood against spirits and won. Adanna continued farming, still humble, still gentle, but now she carried within her the spirit of 10 protectors. Okonkwo trained her, teaching her how to control her power, how to use it wisely. And as seasons passed, she became a legend, a living folktale, a reminder that sometimes, greatness finds the most unexpected people.